The reason I want to learn Spanish is to have accessibility to talk to millions of other people, experience their culture, and just be able to speak to another human with their native language where you can really resonate with that person naturally without there being a language barrier. Hola, mi nombre es Tyrese. Quiero aprender español porque es importante para mí hablar más idiomas, no solo uno idioma. There's 3 steps to learning a language. There's speaking, there's listening, and then there's reading and writing. So right now, to set the scene, I've been doing Spanish for a couple of years on and off, mainly just textbooks and some online apps and but I've never really spoken to another human being, like actually taken the plunge to consistently actually speak the language. And I think that's what everyone wants, is to actually speak it. So this is a challenge for 30 days to see how I can progress over the month. So these are the resources I'm going to be using. So yeah, this is day 1, lesson 1. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Hey, welcome to the class. I think this is your very, very first class, right?
So like, if I can make some friends in Spanish, then I can talk rubbish about other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's quite useful.
Like, I feel like I know these things, but then actually saying it sometimes it's not. But yeah, I'll keep going.
Trust me, the constant exposure to the language and the teachers and the native speakers will take that away.
I just found a new app called AI Verbs. So far, it's been really good, helping me understand conjugation, for the present tense, looking at the AR, ER, and IR verbs. 5th day of Spanish. Yeah, the lady I was speaking with, she liked anime, so it was a really fun chat. We're talking about One Piece and Naruto. Day 6. Earlier I was just so unmotivated, not just Spanish, just in general. I just couldn't be bothered. The lady I was speaking to, I could understand so much more than usual. It's weird, I'm not sure why, but I just wanted to say that. Yeah, so I just did simple present and past. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I've been doing my book, the app, and speaking it, so I'm getting a bit familiar with it. But I would say I'm finding it a lot easier to understand women than men. I did ask one of them, are they speaking slowly on purpose? And she said she's not. 7 days of progress. I feel like I'm absorbing a lot more knowledge, I'm understanding more, and yeah, I'm excited for the next couple of weeks. So let's go. Vamos. I skipped ahead my lessons that they have structured. We were doing a certain lesson and he was like, you don't know what possessive adjectives are? I was like, no. He was like, yeah, that's all the way back in lesson, in the beginning somewhere. And he's saying there's a lot of things that are quite important. He said, the verbs and stuff like that, but sometimes you just need to know these little things to help you build sentences and make them grammatically correct. Yeah, yesterday, I only did about 30 minutes. I thought rather than me trying to lie and put a new shirt on and be like, day 9, completed loads, that's life, stuff happens, I had stuff to do. Back on the grind today, just done 30 minutes of baseline, did my reading as well on the way home. 20 more days to go. Hopefully by the end of it I'll be a bit more conversational, in the sense of it's more natural. I feel like I can say things, but it's really word by word, really thinking about every word I'm saying, trying to string every word and trying to make it structurally, sound. So I feel like I am now slowly feeling a bit more lazy with it, as in, obviously when you first start it's really exciting and I'm still enjoying it, but I think that's just how it becomes when you do anything. After a while you need to, get that motivation up. I'm so tired right now. It's late. I started just before 12. I did a little bit early in the day, 5-10 minutes. I cannot go to bed without doing at least half an hour. So I'm out here grinding.
Pero, vamos a ver.
Perro.
Sí. That's closer. Perro. ¿Sí?
No.
Sí, vamos.
Hola.
Hola, Tyrese, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Sí. Bien también.
Bueno.
¿De dónde eres?
Soy de Inglaterra.
¿Y qué estás haciendo en Inglaterra?
What am I doing in England? Sí.
¿Trabajas? ¿Estudias?
Sí, trabajo en Central Londres. ¿Y tú, de dónde eres?
Yo soy de Argentina.
Oh, nice, genial.
¿Vives? ¿Cómo está todo en Londres ahora?
How is it in London?
Yes. You said you live in London, ¿no?
Sí, sí, sí. Ahora es muy triste porque la reina murió. It's been 30 days since I started my Spanish marathon of trying to learn Spanish every day while still living my day-to-day life. I didn't really spend hours and hours on end every single day learning Spanish. Some days I'll just do 30 minutes, some days I'll do 3 hours, some days an hour. It really depends on the day. Baseline was the main meat and potatoes of my Spanish learning. The introduction part of saying hello, which is a big part of meeting anyone. If you want to go out and meet and speak to people, that's been a really big help. Getting the confidence to actually speak. I was really putting off doing it for a long time, for like a month or two, because I was like, I'm gonna wait until the time's right, when I have some more time. Additionally to that, I would sometimes listen to some YouTube videos. I didn't really watch any series or films that much really in Spanish. But I don't know, for me, it felt like if I did that, then I'm convincing myself that I'm doing Spanish, when really I'm not. Like I get you are listening and it is a good skill. Moving on to the progress side, I would say that my listening, comprehension skills have improved quite a lot. I feel like I'm understanding a lot more. The speaking part of it, which is the main part everyone wants to do. Of course, I'm speaking, I'm trying my best to speak, putting words together, but it's still quite robotic. Like I'm thinking about every word, every conjugation, the structure of the sentence. It's definitely not natural yet. Of course, it's only been a month of serious Spanish, and I'm gonna keep going up and up from here. But I would say I'm learning a lot of things, and I feel like I'm soaking up a lot of things. But when it comes to actually implementing them, that's where the problem lies. The whole going blank problem. Over time, you start wanting to say similar things. For example, as I said before, with the introduction part, every time you meet a new teacher, they're gonna ask you, how are you? How do you say your name? Where do you live? How do you work? What do you do for work? Do you have any siblings? Do you have any pets? That kind of general chit chat, small talk. Maybe one, I'm expecting it, and two, you just become more familiar to the sounds, like what they're saying. The words become a bit more clearer from each other, whereas before it's all just one complete rumble of words. If you know that you've just met someone and that they're going to be doing the introduction, you can kind of piece the pieces together. Of course, I'm not saying that I can understand everything everyone says, not a chance. Even I'm watching a show called Ozark, there's some Spanish in it, and these guys are Mexican and they're speaking, I'm like, what? But yeah, it's been a month. I'm not expecting for me to be fluent in Spanish.
So here we go. So, hello. Hola a todos. Mi nombre es Tyrese. Soy de Inglaterra. Soy de Londres. Tengo 22 años y quiero aprender español porque es muy importante para mí ser bilingüe. Me gusta mucho la cultura y el gentes.
I've realized I basically said the same thing that I said in the beginning when I first started the challenge, and I think I need to take a bit more time just to review the things I've learned and actually try and apply them in this little conversation. As I hinted throughout this video, I've come across a more authentic way of learning a language from my experience in this 30-day challenge. And to give you a teaser, it's basically understanding that you cannot speak a language fluently until you have enough input before you try to do output. So if that's sounding like a little bit of a riddle, please stay tuned for the next video where we're going to explore a different technique, a different approach, and go from there. So yeah, I hope you was able to gain some sort of value from this video, and anyways, in a bit.